Chodesh Tov. Beginning with Chodesh Elul, there are a number of minhagim, different practices that we have to help get us ready and in the mindset of the Aseret Yemei Teshuvah. One of the minhagim that get us in the mindset of re-examining our performance of the mitzvot is to inspect the tefillin. Mikar Adin, strictly speaking, all the tefillin really require is to be checked twice in 7 years. So once every 3.5 years, when a person gets the tefillin checked by the sofer, he's always marked down when the last time he had them checked. But, as is brought down halakha, Chasidim v'anshei ma'aseh, people who are scrupulous, they check their tefillin, they check their mezuzot every single Elul. Why? Because this gets us in the mindset of inspecting much more carefully how we're performing all the mitzvot. So therefore, for that reason, people take out the mezuzot and they check their tefillin, they hand them into a sofer, to a bal magia, a person to check them in Chodesh Elul. It's a beautiful custom. Even though Mikar Adin, you only need it once every 3.5 years. Having spoken to Sofrim, because of the fact that many people do this custom, the Sofrim are quite busy during Elul, and unfortunately, sometimes the Tefillin and Mezuzot don't get the proper check. I'm not saying that this is widespread and not chashon being mosilaz on any individual Sofer, but in general, even the Chafetz Chaim talks about when it comes to Minhag Kaparot, Be'erev Yom Kippur. He says the shochtim are up all night doing the shechita, and it's not a good idea because a lot of times they're human and they get tired and the knife gets nicked and there's a lot of pressure. So it's not the best idea to overload these specialists, the shochtim and the sofrim. So therefore, some sofrim recommend actually giving your tefillin or mezuzot to a sofer after Elul or before, but not during the very busy season. One thing that a person can do, which you can do on your own or here in the Beit Knesset, is inspect the ritzuot. Inspect the straps of the tefillin. A lot of times, people go years and years and years without really inspecting or replacing the straps, and different things happen. The straps become, they lose their blackness. They're not as thick as they should be. They have to be a certain width, the minimum width, and because of the constant repetition of pulling them in certain spots, a lot of times they get stretched and they go beneath that minimum thickness required, the minimum width required, and they have to be replaced. Another thing people could inspect is a lot of times in the tefillin shel rosh, the knot, over time, pulling it, it gets stretched. And eventually, it's really too big. And what you should do is, during Chodesh Elul, come and we'll inspect your knot, and we'll see how the tefillin shel rosh are sitting on your head. Maybe the knot is too low in the back, and maybe your tefillin, the bayit, is too low in the front because of the stretching that goes on. So even though when it comes to inspecting the ktav of the tefillin, inside the batim, the parashiyot, it's best to give it to a sofer when it's not so busy, but these are different tikkunim that a person can do during Chodesh Elul to make sure that every single day his bracha is not bracha lebatala if his tefillin, either the ritzuot are no good or if the tefillin are sitting in the wrong place.